This is a show that takes all the day's most important tech news and crams it into a short video. It's like quick charging, but instead of charging your battery, it refills your brain with current events. And there's no risk of exploding. I think. I hope. Last month, a volatile new type of ransomware was released by the nefarious group of hackers called the Shadow Brokers. That ransomware has now begun attacking a large swath of banks, hospitals, and other large institutions across Europe. Two of the largest victims have been the UK government's National Health Service and Spanish ISP Telefonica. The malware called Wcry is actually based off an exploit called Eternal Blue that the NSA used to remotely hijack computers running Windows, and is encrypting the files of entire networks. It demands a ransom of $300 worth of Bitcoin to be paid by May 15th, or the price goes up. Microsoft has actually already released a fix for this, update MS17010, so if you haven't updated yet, you should probably get on it. And don't open any strange emails. Feel like that should be a given. Today saw the alleged leaking of information regarding upcoming high-end desktop platforms from both AMD and Intel. On the AMD side, we got reports about their upcoming Whitehaven processors, which would feature up to 16 cores and 32 threads with base and boost clocks of 3.0 and 3.6 GHz respectively. Whitehaven apparently uses a new socket called S3 and supports quad-channel DDR4 memory. Coincidentally, AMD announced a press conference today, which they will be holding on May 31st, presumably at Computex. So hopefully we should get some confirmation or discreditation of these rumors there. We also might see Vega GPUs. Just gotta throw that in there. Now on the Intel side, the leak concerned specs for the company's upcoming Skylake-X and Skylake-X CPUs. The most powerful of the chips is apparently the Core i9. i9! Okay, Intel is upping the ante a bit. Anyways, the Core i9-7920X, which features 12 cores and 24 threads with a whopping 44 PCIe lanes. The 7920X will reportedly launch in August, but the lower-powered models will release first in June. It's expected that Intel will release more details about these chips during the PC gaming show at E3, since they're the title sponsor. And it's in June. See? The pieces are coming together. My birthday's in June. Hit me up, Intel. It's time for a bunch of littler news stories, also known as Snippy Snippets. Sources in Korea are reporting that Samsung is gearing up to launch refurbished Galaxy Note 7s in select markets at around half the price of the original. Seems fair, you can get a high-end smartphone for cheap. There's just a slight risk of explosion. Capitalism. So last year, Casey Neistat pulled himself on a snowboard with a drone, and now people are skydiving off of them. This particular drone was made by Aerones, a Latvian company that must have a death wish. You're a bad role model, Casey. Elon Musk shared a number of videos showing the progress of his giant high-speed tunnel project going through LA, including footage from the test car that looks like it's entering hyperspace. Also, Musk named the drilling machine Godot, after the play about existential doubt, so that's fun. Microsoft has added the ability for developers to include full keyboard support for Xbox games through the Xbox Live Creators program, although the more crucial element, mouse support, isn't quite there yet. But hey, if WASD is everything to you, it's good news. In another gesture of its Linux friendliness, Microsoft will be adding Ubuntu, SUSE Linux, and Fedora to the Windows Store. And it will run in virtual machines side by side with Windows 10 or Windows 10s. See? Enemies can be friends. They're not really frenemies, though. They're enemians? Enemians. And hey, look! A USB-C hub that can give back to your MacBook all the ports it should have, but doesn't. Your laptop will look like a server managed by a bad IT department, but hey, at least it says MacBook on it. Sources for all of today's news stories can be found in the NCAX forum post linked in the description. Now, I mentioned MacBooks a minute ago, so I'd like to take a moment to address the MacBook owners in the audience. Hey, you might love your laptop, but do you ever wish it had a touchscreen with built-in drawing capabilities, or more than just one type of port? How about stronger security to keep your personal information safe? Well, that's where ASUS comes in. The ZenBook line of notebooks fit cutting-edge hardware into a slim, stylish package, and they're powered by Windows 10 with features like Windows Ink, which lets you naturally create, capture, and edit your ideas at the speed of thought. Windows Hello, which is the fastest, most secure password-free sign-in, and Cortana, the truly personal digital assistant that becomes more useful by learning over time. Woo! Sounds exciting, but what's not so exciting is having to set up your new laptop properly with all the latest updates and drivers once you get it out of the box. Well, NCIX and Microsoft have your back. Right now, when you purchase select ASUS laptops from NCIX, just take it into one of our stores and we'll take care of the setup for you. We'll also remove any of the pre-installed trial software that typically gets installed with new computers that you don't want. So your sleek and stylish new notebook will run just as amazing as it looks. So MacBook owners, it might just be time to reevaluate your loyalties. Click the link in the top corner of the video or the one down in the description for all the details. Alright, that's it for Netlink Daily. Thank you so much for watching. Click over here for previous videos and check us out on Twitter over here. But as always, like the video if you liked it, comment down below for fans with benefits, and subscribe for more videos like this from NCIX. Now, if you're still here, that means you didn't explode. So, good job! We'll revisit this next week.